Okay, well, hello everybody and welcome back to the digital space for drama. So in this term, we're going to start to look at a new type of theatre called verbatim theatre. And this is one of my favourite styles of performance because it allows you to take real life events, such as the one we're in now, to create some thought-provoking material about the world that we live in. So let's dive into teams and have a look at your first task. So your learning objective is to begin to explore the process of verbatim theatre. Over the next 2 weeks, you are going to create a short piece of verbatim theatre on this strange period in our lives, and it's going to be called lockdown, 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 whatever the gesture is. Lockdown. The first thing that we'd like you to do is to read this short explanation of what verbatim theatre is and what it's about, and then go to this YouTube link, What is Verbatim Theatre, to give you a little bit more information. Nice and simple. So once you've watched that, you're going to jump over to task 2. And what you'll have noticed from that video is that research is really important in creating any type of drama in this style. So think about and write down 5 questions you could ask at least 3 members of your family about lockdown. So use open questions, and there is a difference between open and closed questions. Open questions get you much better responses, and closed questions get you more like yes/no answers. So something like this: do you think that I should get a new pet? Hiya Dottie, welcome to the lesson. Just pick you over here. Thanks very much. Well, yes or no. Straightforward kind of answer. Open questions are the best way forward. So why do you think this has happened? That is a much better question and allows the person you're asking to expand a little bit more on what they think. If you can get people talking about their feelings, that's even better. So something like this: how does the lockdown make you feel? We've all got an opinion on that, and so that's often a really good way of getting some good responses. But if you are stuck, there are a few questions there to get you started, but please create your own as well. So we have our 5 open questions ready to ask 3 members of our family. The next stage is interviews, task 3. Once you've chosen which members of your family you're going to speak to, you're going to interview them. And ideally, we'd like you to record those answers. Do make sure that you ask permission before you start recording people without them knowing, because we don't want to get into trouble. But while you are doing that, listen to and watch them very carefully. Look at how they use their faces, their hands, how they move. Listen to how they speak. What's their pace of speech like? Do they speak with a high or a low pitch? Are their voices very expressive, or are they very monotone and don't really do anything or go anywhere? Pay attention to how they speak. And then after you've recorded your 3 interviews, listen back to them and pick your favorite. So to give you a little demo, I'm going to make a quick phone call, and I'm going to call my mum. Hiya mum. Hi mum, how you doing? So I've already asked my mum permission, and kindly she is on the phone ready to ask some questions. What have you found most difficult about this period of time?
Not being able to see family, particularly grandchildren, and I think I've taken things less for granted.
How else have you been using your time then? How have you been getting through the days?
I'm doing some homeschooling because me and my husband, we foster a 12-year-old boy. So I've had to learn a little bit about how to structure a day. I have some goals. I want to read some books. I haven't even had time yet. So I've actually been quite busy.
Fantastic. Well, Mum, I'm going to say thanks so much for your time. So there we go. That is my first interview out of 3 completed. And a big shout out to Mum there for being involved in this lesson. So just in summary, what you need to be doing in this lesson is read the description of verbatim theatre and watch the YouTube link. Create 5 questions that are open that you can ask 3 members of your family, and then interview those 3 members of your family, record their responses with permission, of course, and that will then set us up for our second lesson, where we're going to start to look at transcribing those interviews. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and I'll see you very soon.